Good morning, students. Say your prayer. Thank you. நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். நான் ஒரு நல்லாசிரியர். நான் உங்களுக்கு தாயாகவும் தந்தையாகவும் முறையாக அன்போடு கல்வியை போதிப்பேன். Okay, students, take your social science book. Take page number 18. Today we will continue with the Egyptian civilization. Okay, so today's class we will discuss about the importance of the Egyptian civilization. So what are the salient features? So what are the important features? And what was the lifestyle of the people? So what type of economic activities was practiced by the Egyptian people? We will discuss. So we will discuss about the agriculture, then the trade activities, then their science and technological skill, and their writing form. So we discuss about this fact in our today's class. So before entering into the class, just to recall what we have discussed in our previous class. So in our previous class we have discussed about the location of Egypt, and the Pharaoh. So Egypt is geographically located in the northeast of Africa. So Egypt is geographically located in the northeast of Africa. Then Egypt, so it was called as gift of Nile. So why means because the apart from the river Nile Valley region, Egypt remained desert. And also the civilization was developed in the region of Nile Valley only. So that's why it was called as gift of Nile. Egypt was called as gift of Nile by whom? Herodotus, so father of history. Then we discussed about Pharaoh. So Pharaoh, who was Pharaoh? Egyptian king. So Egyptian king was called as Pharaoh. And his hierarchical officers. So how the officers, administration office was arranged. So we have seen that also. And we discussed about mummy. So what is a mummy? The preserved dead body. So Egyptians considered their king as a divine form. So they thought they have life after death. So they preserved the dead body. So they preserved the dead body. The process is called as mummification. So we have discussed that process also. Okay, so these are the topics we have discussed in our previous class. So today's class, so we will discuss some more topics. So let us move into the lesson. So agriculture. So Egyptians also practiced agriculture in the valley of river Nile. So the Egyptians cultivated wheat, barley, millets, vegetables, fruits, papyrus and cotton. So papyrus, so a type of grass, so which is used for making rope mats. So the mat. So they made rope mat with the help of papyrus. So also they made sandals, and later they used papyrus for producing paper. So the word paper, it is derived from the word papyrus only. So papyrus is derived from papyrus. So papyrus is a grass which is used for making rope mats, sandals initially, and it was later used for producing paper. So they also domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, goats and pigs. So they domesticated cattle, sheep, goat and pigs. And they hunted wild animals. So they domesticated animals like cattle, sheep, goat and pigs, while they hunted the wild animals. So they also had pet animals. So they also had pet animals such as dog, cat and monkeys. So they had pet animals such as dog, cats and monkeys. So Egyptians cultivated wheat, barley, millets, vegetables, fruits, papyrus and cotton. So papyrus is used for making rope mats and sandals, and then they used papyrus later for producing paper. So they also domesticated cattle, sheep, goat and pigs, and they hunted the wild animals. So they also had pet animals such as dog, cat and monkeys. They also had trade relations. So they also had trade activities. So they have trade relations with countries like Lebanon, Crete. So Crete, it is in Greece. It is near to Greece. It was an island. Then Phoenicia. So Phoenicia, it was near to Lebanon. Then Palestine and Syria. So Egyptians had trade relations with Lebanon, Crete, Phoenicia, Palestine and Syria. So they are located just near to Egypt. So they are the countries which are located in and around Egypt. So gold, silver and ivory were imported. So they import gold, silvery, and ivory. Then they acquired lapis lazuli. So you can see in this picture a bluish color stone. Yeah, so it was a precious stone. They acquired this stone from Afghanistan. So they acquired lapis lazuli, a precious stone of bluish color from Afghanistan. Next, art and architecture. So the Egyptians excelled in art and architecture. So they were very talented in art and architecture. So their writing is also a form of art. Yeah, so the writing method is also like an art. So numerous sculptures. So sculpture means, yeah, a picture or an image carved out in wood or stone. So that is a sculpture. Yeah, so numerous sculptures, paintings and carvings attest to the artistic skills of the Egyptians. Yes, Egyptians skill of artist was known in various sculptures, paintings and carvings. So the pyramids are the massive monuments built as a tomb of mourning to the pharaohs. You know, so mourning place means, so the place where the dead bodies are buried. You know, so the pyramids shows their architectural skill. Yeah, so the pyramids are massive monuments built as a tomb. So tomb means building where the dead body is placed, built of stones. Yeah, so a stone building where the dead body is placed. So tombs of mourning to the pharaohs. So the great pyramids near Cairo. So Cairo, it is the capital city of Egypt. So are known as the Giza pyramids. Yeah, so in near Cairo, so there are pyramids. So which was known as Giza pyramids. So have you seen this picture? Yeah. So you have seen this picture lot of times. What is this picture? Yeah, this is a pyramid. So back to this image, it was back to this sculpture. There was a pyramid. But what was this sculpture? This is nothing but the Great Sphinx of Giza. So this was the Great Sphinx of Giza. It is a massive limestone image of lion with a human head. So this body, this sculpture is a image of a lion with a human head. It is dated to the time of Pharaoh Khafre. So Pharaoh, Egyptian king. So Khafre. So the period was between 2575 to 2465 BCE. So 2575 to 2465 BCE. So this limestone image was constructed during this period. It is one of the largest sculptures of the world. So it is one of the largest sculptures of the world, and its measurement was, so it was 73 meter in length. So lengthwise it was 73 meter, and in height it was 20 meter. Okay, so the Great Sphinx of Giza was a massive limestone image of lion with a human head. So and its height was 20 meter and its length was 73 meter. So it is one of the largest sculptures of the world. So it was a lion body with a human head. So think about Vishnu's avatar Narasimha. So how it look like? It have lion head with a human body. But here the Great Sphinx of Giza is with human head with a lion body. So just a comparison only. So this is one of the largest sculptures of the world. Then religion. So Egyptians also believed in God. So but their God is different from our religion. So the Egyptians practiced polytheism. So polytheism means, so believing or worshipping more than one God. So that is called as polytheism. So there is called as monotheism. So monotheism means there is only one God according to them. So say for example in Christianity there is only one God. So say for example in Islam, so there is only one God, Allah. But if you take our Hindu religion, so there are a lot of gods. So Vishnu, Murugan, Vinayagan, so like Shakti, Shivan, there are a lot of gods there, no. So likewise, Egyptians also worshipped many gods. So that policy is called as, that is called as polytheism. So Amen, Re, Seth, Thoth, Horus, Anubis are some of the gods of Egyptians. So they worshipped many gods, but the sun god Re was the predominant one. So according to the Egyptians, the sun god Re was the most important one. So later on, the sun god was called as Ammon. So initially they called the sun god as Re. Later on, they called the sun god as Ammon. So the Egyptians practiced polytheism. So polytheism means, so worshipping more than one god or believing in more than one god. So they're important. So some of the gods of Egyptians were Ammon, Re, Seth, Thoth, Horus and Anubis. So they worshipped many gods, but the sun god Re was the predominant one. Later on, the sun god was called as Ammon. So name the precious stone that was acquired by the Egyptians from Afghanistan. Yeah, lapis lazuli. Okay. Then what are the pet animals? So list of the pet animals of the Egyptians. Yeah, dog, cat, and monkeys. So now we will see about the philosophy and science. Yeah. So the Egyptians civilization excelled in science, literature, philosophy, astronomy, mathematics, and the measurement system. Yeah, so they were excelled in the field of science, literature, philosophy, astronomy, mathematics, and the measurement system. So sundial. So sundial means a type of clock used in past times that uses the shadow caused by a pointed piece of metal being placed between the sun and the clock surface to show what the time is. So sundial, it is used to know the time. Okay, so then water clock and glass were developed by the Egyptians. So they developed sundial, water clock, and glass. So they devised a solar calendar that consisted of 12 months of 30 days each, with 5 days added to the end of a year. So they devised a solar calendar that is based on the movement of sun. They devised a calendar which consists of 12 months. Okay, so in each month there is 30 days. So 12 into 30. Yeah, 360 days. But a year have 365 days. So later they added 5 days at the end of the year. So totally 365 days. Okay, so their calendar consists of 12 month with 30 days each month. So 5 days added to the end of the year. So this calendar was introduced as early as 4200 BC. Yeah, so 4200 BC means so nearly 6000 years before itself they devised this solar calendar. Then literary works. So literary works included treatise. So treatise means a written work dealing formally or systematically with a subject. So treatise means a written work. Yeah. So literary works include written work on mathematics, astronomy, medicine, magic, and religion. So they know the art of magic also. Yeah. So the Egyptians also distinguished. So they also specialized persons in painting, art, sculpture, pottery, music, and weaving. So they also practiced painting, art, sculpture, pottery. So that is making pots, music, and weaving. So weaving, so making cloth. So they also excelled in this field also. Then writing system. So the Egyptians are well known for their writing system. So the Egyptians are well known for their writing system. So already language developed. So here they were known for their writing system. So their form of writing is known as hieroglyphic. So their form of writing was known as hieroglyphic. So hieroglyphic was used in the inscriptions on seals and other objects. So the form of writing was used in the inscriptions. So inscriptions means so nothing but so the writing on stones or any palm leaf or any surfaces, that is called as inscriptions. Okay, so they used the art of writing hieroglyphic on seals and other objects. Then writing system. So the Egyptians are well known for their writing system. So the Egyptians are well known for their writing system. So already language developed. So here they were known for their writing system. So their form of writing is known as hieroglyphic. So their form of writing was known as hieroglyphic. So hieroglyphic was used in the inscriptions on seals and other objects. So the form of writing was used in the inscriptions. So inscriptions means so nothing but so the writing on stones or any palm leaf or any surfaces, that is called as inscriptions. Okay, so they used the art of writing hieroglyphic on seals and other objects. So another form of writing is called as hieratic, which is used for common purposes. Okay, so hieroglyphic used in inscription on seals and other objects, while hieratic is used for common purposes. So this form of writing used as a pictogram based system. So their writing is like a pictogram, so like a picture. It was developed around 3000 BC and many texts and books were written using the script. So many texts and books were written using the hieratic form of script. So now this type of inscription is on display in the British Museum, London. So in London, so this hieratic form of writing was displayed. So this picture shows the British Museum, which is located in London. So this is consist of the form of writing of heretic. Yeah, so which includes many text and books. Okay, va? So the Egyptian writing system was known as hieroglyphic, which was used in the inscriptions on seals and other objects, while the heretic, so another form of writing, was used for common purposes. So this this inscription is on display in the British Museum, London. So characteristics and contribution of Egyptian civilization. So first, the Egyptians developed a solar calendar system. So they developed a solar calendar. Then the pyramids and their designs shows their mathematical and surveying skill. So the pyramid, so one of the wonders of the world. So even nowadays itself, there are a lot of techniques developed, but it is very difficult to construct a pyramid. But think, so nearly 4,000 years ago, they constructed a mass building like the pyramids. So this shows their mathematical and surveying skills. So it is very difficult to construct a pyramid. But the civilized people which lived 4,000 years before us have constructed a pyramid that shows their mathematical and surveying skill. Hieroglyphic writing system attests to their skills in handling symbols. So hieroglyphic. So mostly their writing is like a picture. So pictographic symbols are used. This shows their skills in handling symbols. Then preservation of human body in the form of mummies. So 4,000 years before they buried the dead body, they have mummified the dead body, which we are examining now. So this shows their skill of preservation of human body. Then they applied innovation in the use of science and technology. So apart from that, they have a lot of literary works which includes mathematics, astronomy, medicine, magic and religion. And also we have books and knowledge about their technique, their knowledge in science and technology. So these are the contribution and the characteristics of Egyptian civilization. So first, Egyptians developed a solar calendar system. Then the pyramids and their design shows their mathematical and surveying skill. Then hieroglyphic writing system attests to their skills in handling symbols. Then preservation of human body in the form of mummies. Then they applied innovation, that is new techniques in the use of science and technology. So this shows their character and the importance of Egyptian civilization. Okay students, Egyptian civilization over. So we have discussed where Egypt is located. So Egypt is located in northeast of Africa. So which was the important river so that flows over Egypt? River Nile. Then how was the Egyptian king was called as? Pharaoh. So the Egyptians believed in life after death. So what they did, the pharaohs? They preserved the dead body in the pyramid. Then we discussed about agriculture and trade, then art and architecture, then religion. So which was the most important god of Egyptians? The sun god. So how was the sun god called initially? Re. Then how was the sun god later called as? Hammon. So what type of calendar was designed by the Egyptians? Solar calendar. So how many months and how many days are there? It also consists of 12 months with 30 days each month, along with the 5 days added later. Then how was the writing system known as? Hieroglyphic. So the writing inscriptions was displayed in which museum? British Museum, London. Okay students, so for textbook reading, take page number 19 and read that philosophy, science and literature paragraph. So philosophy, science and literature paragraph. Then writing work. So fifth Roman letter. So take page number 31. So fifth Roman letter, first question. Egyptians excelled in art and architecture. Illustrate. So answer page number 18. So below there is a paragraph, art and architecture. The Egyptians excelled in art and architecture. Their writing is also a form of art. Numerous sculptures, paintings and carvings attested to the artistic skills of the Egyptians. The pyramids are massive monuments built as tomb of mourning to the pharaohs. So 4 points enough. So this is the answer for fifth matter first question. Write this as your homework. So don't forget to do your homework. So if you have any doubt, contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.